Nisha had been called lazy for as long as she could remember. Confused, overthinking, someone who didn't know how to move forward. Why do you think so much? Just do it. You make simple things complicated. She had heard these lines so often that they no longer hurt. They simply were. At some point, she stopped arguing with others and with herself. She accepted the conclusion everyone seemed to agree on. Something was wrong with her wiring. She was not ambitious, she was not disciplined, she was not made for goals or consistency. Motivation would visit for a few days, sometimes even a week, and then disappear completely, leaving behind exhaustion and shame. Eventually, she stopped trying altogether. Her days blurred into scrolling reels, shorts, endless content. Occasionally, she would act when a rare surge of inspiration struck, but she no longer trusted it. People still commented, she no longer reacted. Until one day, she stumbled upon a video. It spoke about how growing up in an unpredictable environment can quietly destroy a person's ability to act, not because they don't want to, but because their nervous system learned that action is dangerous. Something tightened in her chest. She didn't fully understand it, but something had been touched. That night, she sat down with a notebook. She wrote a title without thinking. Why am I lazy? She stared at the page for a long time, unsure if anything would come. Then suddenly, words poured out. I hate that I'm like this. It's not that I don't want to do things. I do, but I can never find the energy to start. My motivation never lasts. No matter what I try, nothing changes. I keep wondering what's wrong with me. Am I broken? Am I mentally ill? Or are people right? Am I just lazy? I want to change. I want to create. I want to work. Why don't I change? Why don't I understand myself? She ended up crying onto the pages. The title remained unanswered, but for the first time, she had written the truth without editing it. Life didn't change after that. She still scrolled, still froze, still waited. But something had shifted quietly, like a door left slightly open. One afternoon, the urge to write returned. She opened the notebook again. Nothing came. She stared at the blank page, frustration building, when a sentence surfaced suddenly, uninvited. I'm scared. She frowned. That's not true, she thought. Still, she wrote it down. Below it, another line appeared almost on its own. Of what? She tapped the pen against the paper for several minutes, then, of disappointing them. Her body stiffened. Disappointing whom? My parents. The dialogue continued, no longer feeling like writing, but like listening. They're always disappointed in me. I never understood what I was doing wrong. I wanted to laugh, to play, to talk like any child, but I didn't know there were moments for things. I tried to learn them. I really did. Still, I was confused. Her hand trembled as the memories surfaced. My actions never had predictable outcomes. The same behavior would bring laughter one day and shouting the next. My father had no warning signs. One moment warm and friendly, the next moment aggressive. And when that happened, my mother would turn to me and say, why do you always create trouble? Don't you want peace in this house? Everyone blamed me. They thought I loved chaos, but I didn't. I loved expressing myself. Tears blurred the page. I tried harder. I watched faces, listened to tone, scanned rooms before speaking. I tried staying quiet, still I got it wrong. She stopped writing. Her chest hurt. This was no longer inspiration, it was a wound she had never named. She read the pages again, slowly, and realized something devastating. She had answered her own question. She was not lazy. She didn't act because she never learned when it was safe to act. Her childhood taught her one brutal lesson. If something goes wrong, it's probably my fault. So she adopted. Thinking became protection. Fantasy became escape. If she thought long enough, maybe she could prevent disaster. Maybe she could choose the one option that would not upset anyone. But thinking never led to clarity, only exhaustion. Desire would rise quietly. Maybe I want this. And immediately fear followed. What if this creates trouble? What if I disappoint them again? What if I am blamed again? This was not conscious anymore, it was programming. A system designed to freeze before danger arrived. Eventually, it felt safer not to want at all. And the worst part was, she had never known why. She cried that night, not because she was weak, but because her body finally stopped holding itself together. Later, another sentence surfaced, softer than fear, heavier than ambition. I'm afraid of being left alone with consequences. Her system had learned that when things went wrong, no one stayed. So it chose freeze. No action, no risk, no blame. That night, something shifted quietly. Not motivation, not confidence, just an agreement with herself. If something goes wrong, I will stay. Not fix, not justify, stay. She still hesitates. She still thinks before acting. Fear still visits. But now, when she moves slowly with awareness. She does not force clarity. She does not chase motivation. She lets her body feel safer while acting. That is her discipline now. Not pressure, not punishment, presence. And for the first time, action does not feel like a threat, it feels like a conversation. So, what story is hiding behind your unproductivity? Is it really a habit or a survival you learned when action once felt dangerous? If something stayed inside you, you don't have to name it. Just know you're not wrong for feeling this way.